Welcome to Real Food, and today I had another food delivery, and I had another food delivery from a bakery that stays open during the continued lockdown in London. And this bakery is called Miel. I really liked it. I found it on Deliveroo. I never actually shopped in this bakery before, but the reason why I liked it is because they offer freshly baked breads, they offer pastry, and they offer savory snacks as well, and I wanted a bit of both today. And additionally, they also offer baking ingredients, so it's a very convenient bakery. You could actually order some ready-made baked pastries or breads, and you can, if you want to do some baking at home, you can order ingredients such as flours and additional ingredients. So it's very, very convenient. But I also know that baking takes a very, very long time, and that's why I felt like actually ordering something, both a savory snack and something sweet for later on. And they also have some of my favorite items with apples. I really like apples and things with apples, and by the sound of it, it's a very fancy version of everything, really. Well, I ordered a fresh loaf of bread, and this is what it looks like. It does look very pretty and very delicious. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks absolutely amazing, so I'm sure it will be very enjoyable. Then another thing I wanted to try is this apple. It looks like an apple turnover, but it's a very fancy apple turnover, as you can see. And they call it apple chasson or something very fancy. I will later on show you what it looks like, the spelling of this, and this bakery on Deliveroo, and you will be able to see it. And I hope I pronounce it correctly. Apple chasson or chasson. Well, it does look like an apple turnover, like a very fancy apple turnover. And right next to it, what I ordered, it's a pear tartatine. You know, if you know tartatine, it's an upside down French apple tart. This one is a pear tart. It's the same method, but instead of apple, it's got pear on top. It does look very appetizing. So these two little fingers, they're called financier. I don't know why they call these financier. I don't know. I don't even know if financiers like them, but they look very appetizing. They've got fresh raspberries, and it's a very delicious looking small sweet snack. So, and I'll show you what it looks like on their menu later on as well. And this one is my savory snack. It does look like a pastry, but this one is actually a savory snack. So this one, it's cheese and mushroom. I ordered cheese and mushroom. This does look more like cinnamon bun, but it actually does have cheese. So this is cheese, and there's some. I've not tried it yet, but it does look very pretty, and it looks very cool. So so I'm very pleased again, and I'm very impressed with delivery service. And they delivered everything very quickly, really, and in a very good condition, as you can see. So I'm really, really pleased. And later I will show you what this bakery looks like on Deliveroo website, and all these different items, how much they cost, and some of the ingredients as well. And now I'm going to show you what this bakery looks like on Deliveroo. And they might even have their own website. But on Deliveroo, they're listed as French Bakery, and Miel, by the way, means honey. It means honey in Spanish, and I suspect it could be also honey in French. So this is a beautiful honey French bakery in Fitzrovia, and they do deliver to other parts of London. And they're offering breads, savoury, Viennese pastry, and also what's not shown on this screen, but I will show you later, they offer cooking ingredients and items for your cupboard, such as jams, butter, and various other things. So it's very convenient. And if you live in the area, they are in Warren Street. You might know them, or if not, definitely give them a try. Because I have now tried their pastry, and it's absolutely amazing. It's really delicious. And on this next screen, I'm going to show you what I ordered and what they have on offer. So they offer fresh bread, and I ordered this amazing French bread for £5. And they've got other buns and other items in there. One thing to mention is that they are gradually running out of their freshly baked goods. So if you're ordering later in the evening, you might see some of the items grayed out. That means they simply sold out. But they've also put maximum limits. I guess this is for all customers to be able to order something and for them not to sell out to just one single customer. So you can order maximum of 10 of these breads, and this bread is really amazing. You know, you've seen it in my video. It looks even more beautiful than on this picture here. So also when you click on this bread, it will give you an option to order a larger one for £1 or £2 extra. Well, the one I've ordered is a standard sized, so you can see how big it is. So if you want a larger one for a larger family, they can actually supply a larger loaf. So that's one of those things. Another thing I ordered on this screen was this pear tart. It's at the bottom right. It says popular, £5. And I already tried this pear tart, and I have to say, this is one of the most amazing pear tarts I've ever actually experienced. It's really amazing. You know what? If you know traditional French tartatine, which is made with apples, sometimes I don't know if it's me or you might have experienced this. They're really, really sweet. You know, those tarts, when you eat them, and they're very rich and very sweet. So there's a lot of oil and there's a lot of butter in there. Well, a lot of butter and sugar, I was going to say, sorry. So there's a lot of oil, butter, and sugar. So they're really, really rich and very sweet. Well, these pear versions, instead of being too sweet and too rich, they're very refreshing. They're moist and very refreshing. Well, I guess that's because pear generally is a slightly juicier fruit, but also I guess they didn't use as much sugar, so overall experience is very, very refreshing and very pleasant. So if you're used to very sweet and very rich French apple tarts, then this one will be a very different experience. It will be a lot more refreshing and much lighter. So I highly recommend this one, definitely. So on this next screen, you can see their savory items, and I really did want to try something savory as a snack, and I also do like mushrooms. So this mushroom croissant roll, £6, popular, looked really good. And there was no picture, so I thought, you know, I'd order this and see what it tastes like and do a nice review. So I've already eaten this mushroom croissant, and it's really, really nice. It has got, I mean, if you look at it, you've seen it in my previous video, it looks like there isn't enough filling in there, but there actually is. You know, there's quite a lot of mushroom pate inside it, and there's a moderate amount of cheese at the top, and there's some herbal also sprinkle. So overall, it's a very, very good experience. I really enjoyed it. I'll definitely try again, and I will try maybe some of their other savory items. Also on this screen, you can see Viennese. So because they've got this Viennese section, I thought initially maybe this is an Austrian or some kind of other German-speaking type of bakery. But it says they're French, but they do include these Viennese items. And from this Viennese section, I'll show you more on the next screen, but on this screen I really wanted to try this apple, well, they call it chasson or chasson, or you know, whatever they call it in French, but to me this looks like an apple turnover, a very, very fancy one, I have to add, and it does look absolutely delicious. Well, I haven't tried this particular one yet, so I'm not going to tell you exactly what it tastes like, but based on my experience so far, I imagine this is going to be an absolutely amazing apple turnover or apple chasson. So I will try it later, but I wanted to save this for a little later in the evening. So So I've tried all the other items, and I'm going to tell you all about it later in this video. And I'm saving this apple turnover for a little later. So on this next screen, you can see more of their Viennese and I think also French baked pastries. So you can see that cardamom and cinnamon buns, they're grayed out. Well, that basically they've sold out because I ordered in the afternoon. I guess these are very popular items. And they're also less expensive, so I guess they sold out much quicker. But also you can see that there's a very generous selection. I mean, if you like French croissants and French pastry, you can see that there's quite a lot of choice here. There's a lot more choice than traditionally your just chocolate croissant or plain croissant, and maybe one or two other items. Here you've got some very special selection of hazelnut croissant. There's traditional chocolate croissant, and there's a Swiss. There's some kind of Swiss croissant as well. I don't know what that is like. I'm going to try that next during my next order, and all these other traditional French pastries. And one thing that is not captured on this screen, but I did order, is those beautiful raspberry fingers that you saw in the video, and those are called Financia. They're also very inexpensive. They're £2.50 or £2.20 each, something like this, and they're really amazing. I really enjoyed them. They're fresh. Obviously, they bake everything fresh here, and they're small, so they're very convenient, and so you can have one or two or maybe even three. You're not going to feel too heavy from them, and they're really delicious. And also they've got fresh berry baked in them, so it's not featured on this photo, but it will be in their menu if you go on this Deliveroo site, or maybe you go directly on their own website. I don't know if they actually let you order directly from their own website. They certainly do it through Deliveroo. So on this last screen, I also wanted to show you that you can order items for your pantry from this bakery, which is really nice. So they offer these jam jar, seasonal jam, butter, interesting Paris Picnic Club cookbook. That sounds very intriguing. Then they've got also bread flour, premium apple juice, premium extra virgin olive oil. They've actually got a few more items. You can't see them on this photo, but they've got things like olives, like small nibbles and small snacks. So it's very convenient. So you basically can order your lunches, your dinners, your picnics, even a book about picnic, a French picnic, so you can read and entertain yourself. So it's really fantastic bakery. I highly recommend, and hopefully you also like this review. And please do share some of your stories, your experiences of bakeries that you find during these difficult times around London or around Britain, which supply fantastic pastries and snacks and sandwiches. It's all going to be very, very useful. And let me wish you bon appetit if you are eating, and I'll chat to you again in another video.